Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this video, we're actually in the studio and we're actually going to get this heater installed. Now this here is actually from Dreo. This is available on Amazon. So if you guys like this thing, I'll leave it in the description so you guys can check that out. But I actually ordered one of these and completely fell in love with it because it just looks really good, and the functionality and the look kind of combined, it looks really good. One con I'll tell you right off the back before we even get into this is this thing I believe is a little bit underpowered, although this is 1500 watt, is it, or something like that. But this is pretty smart. You can connect this with Alexa and Google Home and things like that. You can also use the app and then go about it that way as well. So there's a lot of cool stuff with it if this is a good fit for you or anything like that. But again, too much heat is always also, is not a good thing. So I feel like, this will be a pretty good balance for this little tiny. So I feel like this little thing would be a pretty good balance for this tiny little studio. This place is very small, so it's literally that's my two dual monitors, and that's the end. And then we have a few feet this way. So, that's pretty much it. So, it's probably going to be okay. And we're going to keep this on the bottom so hot air rises. So it should be plenty, and it would be near my feet. So I think this would serve its purpose very well. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what this is all about. Now, as you can see, this is already kind of opened. That's because I actually needed to use this thing for another installation, which I opened, and then I lost that paper and the box or whatever. So we're going to put this here. Let me just move this thing. All right, so we're actually going to put this here on this wall. Now, there aren't a lot of things going on this wall except the switch over there, so we should be pretty safe over here. And I know what's in here too because, I put this wall myself. So we're going to put this here, and this is where my feet is going to be. And again, we're trying to keep it away from the computer so it doesn't get, hot too fast. So I think this spot is going to be perfect, and this is the best way to put it. So with heaters, you always want to try to put it on the bottom because hot air rises. So we're going to put it exactly here and then hope for the best. So let's go ahead and do this. So first thing first, we have a few papers. As you can see, there's some tape on it. Obviously, there were no tape on it when I got it. So I just put these tapes just to make sure that when I mark these things and it doesn't shift or anything, and I get these screw holes lined up exactly a good way. So we also have a level here. This level is going to help us make sure that we are straight and, the whole device is not, crooked looking or anything. Since this thing is pretty straight and flat, even if you make a little bit of mistake, it looks pretty bad. So, using that is going to save you big time. We also have some instructions and everything on how to connect and how things work. All the codes and all of that stuff is in here. So that's going to be another card, and then the device itself. So let's take this out of the box. Now this is the device. It's actually wrapped up and is protected by these cushions here, so that's pretty nice. And then we have another piece of protection here, and then we also have a pack here. Now these are going to be your little feet, which is going to get mounted on the wall. This is where the screw goes through this hole here, and then this would connect to the feet. This just makes sure that this cannot be like uninstalled by accident, or if you just push it up, you could actually like uninstall this on the top side. Let me just show you that before we continue. So this is the upper mounts here, and these mounts can be easily, if you just push the device up, it can go here and then you could pop it out. But this just adds a little bit more security to this. So you would have to unscrew this and then push the whole device up to uninstall the whole thing. So any accidents can be avoided by putting these on. So we also have a remote here. The remote looks pretty good. It doesn't look that bad. It's pretty modern looking, and things are pretty nice. This is the user manual in case you need it. I'm gonna leave it in the thing. This is a thermostat calibration, so if you do this calibration, your thermostat is going to be up to par. Then we have these feet, as I was talking about a little while ago. This is where the screws go, and then this is going to be mounted to the device. This just makes sure that if you put this on the bottom, you can't actually uninstall this device by accident by pushing it up, because these are the tabs that kind of hold this thing together. So you want to make sure that you don't uninstall this by accident. So what you would have to do is unscrew this first, and then you would have to push the device up to uninstall it. So accidental uninstallation can be avoided by using these things. Very important. Then next up we have, this is the remote. The remote is in a plastic bag. You could keep this in a plastic bag. Some people like to do that, but other than that, you could take it off. Well, you would actually have to take it off because you have to uninstall this thing here. And when you pull this thing, that's when the battery activates. Again, you can open this thing when you need to replace the battery. We have the power button, plus, minus. This is the option, and then this is the noise button, the volume button, and then this basically oscillates the thing, the flapper, to make sure that you get heat in every direction. And this is a timer button here, and we got the Dreo logo here, and it looks pretty good, not bad. Gray and white, pretty nice color and everything. Gonna leave that to a side, and then we got some anchors and some screws. Now you could use these or you could use your own screws, but this is just gonna make sure that this thing is pretty light to begin with. But if you're gonna screw right into drywall, in my case I'm actually gonna screw right into the stud. But if you're gonna screw right into drywall, it's a good idea to use the anchors. So you would have to basically get a drill bit, drill this out and then put the screw through the anchor basically. Or you could just screw it down if you're actually mounting it on the stud, something like that. So and if you do install these things in a concrete wall, same process, use the anchors and everything, or you can use screws for cement and things like that. So yeah, keep this to a side. Let's actually open this up and show you guys what the device actually looks like. I never had any issues with these things. This is probably my 5th one right now. Yeah, I know it's pretty slow, but I kind of like how they look. It just makes the place look very modern. I've installed these in bedrooms and stuff, mostly for tenants. So this is a pretty good option for overall situation, and it looks good. People don't really complain after they use these things. So for a bedroom, and sometimes I would say even living room, is pretty good. So this is the cord here. This is wrapped up. Even though I picked the option, this is the cord here in the back. It's all wrapped up here pretty nicely. Even though I picked the option for not to have this, but then they send this one anyway. But again, that is something you could cut off and hardwire into the wall or something. But we have a outlet here, which is pretty nice. And we also have a place to kind of store up the excess wire, so you don't have wire cluttering everywhere. These are the mounting points, this one here and then this one here, and then these would basically sit on the wall, giving it some support. And then if we flip this thing over, on the bottom side you will see this is where the feet go, and then they would be screwed into the wall. And then we also have feet here on the bottom, just in case you want to put it on the floor. And then we also have feet here on the bottom, just in case you want to put it on the floor, here and here. So that's pretty cool. So that definitely looks pretty good. High temperature risk, keep electrical cord, drapery, furnishings, other at least 3 feet away. It just tells you to keep things 3 feet away from the heater, from the front of the heater, and away from the sides and rear. Okay, well, I think the wall is fine. You just want to make sure that nothing catches on fire that's nearby. But other than that, it's pretty good. It's pretty nice looking and everything. Let me let you guys have a look in the front again. We still have those buttons here on the front, so even if you don't use the remote or the app or anything like that, you still have the options to use these buttons here. These are touch sensitive buttons, so that's pretty cool. And then this is the screen here, so all the information is going to be here. And this is that, I don't want to open this forcefully, but this is where the heat comes out of. So pretty cool. Let's actually get this installed and show you guys how this works. Okay, so we actually have the mounting surface here all ready to go. Now what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to keep it as low as possible. So I'm going to try to keep it closer to the door here, and so this way we get actual heat through the toward the middle of the room, so it's all even and everything. I'm gonna just pop these out, and then I'm gonna reuse the tape that I already have here. These are just pinner tape from Home Depot, so these are pretty nicely reusable. So if you're doing a lot of these, you could just use one of these, and then it'll be useful throughout. So this is kind of like my jig now. So we're just gonna open these up, and then we'll just mount this up after leveling. Sometimes they'll rip just like that, so careful. You probably wouldn't do this anyway, so don't worry too much about anything, pretty much. So here we are. We're kind of like here. This is kind of where I want it. Again, I might install baseboards here, which I didn't do, but yeah, if I do that, so I might want to keep it like a little bit higher than where the baseboards would be. Just trying to center this bubble here. This is gonna make sure that our mounting, our device actually is gonna be, straight and not crooked. So keeping the bubble in the middle, we're just gonna put these tapes on. And then I'm just gonna apply some pressure to the entire thing. Somehow this thing went back. Okay, there we go. So I'm just gonna keep a little bit of pressure, and once you put like a few tapes in, it'll just be natural for the rest of it. But it's still the best idea to like kind of push any air out, so it's actually like closer to the exact dimension, so you don't have to worry about your hole a little bit off than your screw that needs to be on. So just to avoid that, could definitely go about it that way. So yeah, there we go. We're all good to go. Now, you obviously don't want a paper here on the back of a heater. So what we're gonna do is, keeping it like this, we're gonna put some markings here. I'm gonna use this Inkzol from Milwaukee, and we're gonna just paint these holes, all 4 of them. Good. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And now we can remove the jig. Okay, and now we're gonna just put these screws in. Now, one thing to note here is we get 5 screws and 5 anchors, so just in case you mess up once, you're all covered. Taking my impact gun, I'm just gonna drive these in. So I just took my impact gun and drove one in. Again, if you're not mounting on studs and stuff, then you might want to use the anchors. In my case, I'm okay. Just gonna screw these in. Okay, that's pretty solid. And then the last 2 is gonna be after we install the feet. We'll just, screw right through the feet. So let's actually mount this on. So all we have to do is take the heater here, and we would just, we actually need to take the cord out first, so don't forget that. And we also need to install the feet. Now let me show you guys. This is the front side, right? So we would take the feet, and the screw hole is going to be on the back side. So, doing that, you just put it in, and then you pull it toward the back that way. So if you pull it toward the back, it'll sit right in, and it'll be flush with the back stuff. So just to make sure that everything's level. So we're going to do it on both sides. There we go. We're all good. And now we're just going to, take the actual heater and mount it. But before we even do that, I just want to make sure that I don't have any excess wires. Even though I'm a messy person, I still like to take care of my wire management here and there. And then before you actually put this on the wall, you might want to just loop around any extra wires, just to make sure that you're not putting any excess wires and stuff and it looks bad around your room. So I think this much wire is good. And I have an outlet right where my feet is gonna be, in the middle of the table. So that much is probably good. So now we're just gonna take this thing and try to hook it on. So from the bottom, and then just slide it down to the top. Now at this point, it's pretty good, and this is pretty nice and sturdy, and it's not going anywhere really. But again, we still need to make sure that this thing is secure and it's not going anywhere. So right now at this step, you would basically just screw these feet in, and then you'd be all good to go. After you plug this in, and then your thing would be operational. But make sure that your wire is out of the way as you want it to be. And then now we would just screw these bottom parts in, and that's pretty much all there's to it. There's nothing really confusing about it or hard about this entire installation. So everything is provided for you, except for the gun, obviously, and except for, I don't know, ink. But yeah, everything else is pretty much included in here. Also the drill bit, obviously. It would be nice if they gave the drill bit in, because people don't usually have drill bits. So it would be pretty nice if they actually installed drill bit for the anchors. But this is pretty secure. It's nice enough for me. This is what it looks like. It looks pretty nice, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, this thing looks pretty good. Let's actually plug this in and see if this works. Okay, now we're actually plugged in. But one thing I did wrong was I actually didn't need to tuck any wires in, so I would actually have to take this off and, you know, take that out later down the road, because I would want my wire to actually, like, you know, clamp onto the wall and go that way. Right now it's just going straight into that outlet right there. So yeah, that's not gonna work out, so we would have to redo the wire management and stuff. But you know, just to show you guys, this is the power button. As you know, it just turned on. We're on H3 now. You could actually use these in two modes. You could definitely use the temperature, or you could use these modes. So we have H1, H2, and H3 for the heating. H3 being the highest, and then we could, you know, turn our options into, you know, Fahrenheit, and then I don't know what that is, but I like to keep it on the Fahrenheit here. And then, you know, let's say I like to have this room at 70 degrees. So we would go to 70 degrees. And when this gets to 70 degrees, it would just shut off. So, you know, that's a way to, you know, save electricity and everything. This is the oscillating thing. This is what you hold for 5 seconds when you're trying to, like, pair it to your phone on the app. And, you know, the other things are pretty self-explanatory. This is the screen here. You could also turn the screen off. I forgot how, but you could turn it off on the, I think it's in the option. Yep, like that. So, you know, you could turn it in the option, I guess, or there's an option in the app, I remember, I think, something like that. So, you know, it's pretty cool. It doesn't look bad. It also, you know, serves the purpose very well, and it looks pretty nice. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you have any questions about this thing, let me know in the comment section below. The link will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.